Thank you for taking the time to view our video today. This video provides a brief introduction to a presentation we developed titled, "Are Hedge Funds and Private Equity Necessary for Your Portfolio?" And we think the answer just might surprise you. So, are hedge funds and private equity necessary for endowment investors to be successful in meeting their goals? We believe that the answer is no. Why do we have this view? Based upon data from academic studies and other research, and based upon the performance of foundations and endowments, we found that endowment portfolios that included hedge funds and private equity investments did not necessarily outperform portfolios without these investments. In addition, in some cases, endowment portfolios with hedge fund and private equity allocations actually underperformed portfolios without these investments. However, with all of this data that seems to contradict the typical investment consultant's recommendations, we rarely saw this other side of the story presented at any endowment conferences. We thought that the other side of this story needed to be told in a conference setting and beyond. We decided to develop this presentation for 3 endowment conferences in the fall of 2019, and based upon some of the feedback we received, we think that your staff, committee, and or board could benefit from this side of the story. If there's truly another side to this story, is that other side reflected in the news? Let's take a look. There's very positive news. How gargantuan can private equity get? Anybody who's followed this industry over the last 5 to 10 years knows that a lot of money is being invested in private equity. CalPERS moves forward on private equity revamp. Why investors keep coming back to hedge funds. Harvard piles into hedge funds as new chief overhauls endowment. And then there's this article. OCIOs expect more money to flood into alternatives. OCIOs are the outsourced chief investment officers that work with foundations and endowments of all sizes. We'll come back to this one. And there's very negative news. Private equity's trick to make returns look bigger. They're the biggest investors in private equity. Now they're asking the SEC to step in. New Jersey votes to slash hedge fund allocation again. Then there's this article. Why the Ivy League clings to a strategy of diminishing returns. What's the answer? Who's right? Is it the OCIOs who expect more money to flood into alternatives? Or is it a strategy of diminishing returns? So, is it time to get into alternatives? Is it time to get out? Is it time to avoid these investments altogether? How do you determine what to do? Thank you for taking the time to view our brief video today. The full version takes approximately 60 to 90 minutes, and we would love to present this to your staff and committee and or board. You can find out more information about us on our website. More information on this topic can be found at masoncompanies.com/thoughts/research. If you'd like to email us directly, you can find us at info@masoncompanies.com. Thank you again for your time today.